So what did you guys do? Isn't that true? Because it was good.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to the December 26th Sunday service of the Unitarian Universalist Church of St. Petersburg. My name is Ben Atherton-Zeman, and I'm the minister here. We are a people of many beliefs. We are a people of many beliefs, but we do share a common faith. That what we do in this world matters, and that we are connected with one another and with the planet. So whoever you are, wherever you are in your journey, you are welcome here. And I want to give a special welcome to any newcomers. I've talked to a few of you already. If you want a church where, for example, transgender, lesbian, gay, and bisexual people are honored for who we are considered holy, are considered blessed, I have good news. You may have found your church home. We have a few announcements. The biggest one being, as many of you have seen, yesterday, the COVID Act Now status for our wonderful Pinellas County changed from medium all the way to very high. So we are masking and social distancing as usual. I get to take my mask off when I'm up here because I'm far away from you. But I appreciate you all for keeping your masks on and keeping them above your nose. If you don't have a mask, greeters have them to give to you. And as far as subsequent worships, your safety team is meeting this Thursday, as we do every Thursday. And stay tuned for what the future will bring for us. But for today, joys, sorrows, and concerns will not be in person. I hope you have a joy, a sorrow, or a concern to share, and if you would write it in one of the comment cards that are right in front of you, and can bring it up and put it, where should they put it, Rebecca? On the table right there? Okay, great. And that is where Dave Cole will be putting the stones in, and Rebecca and I will read them out loud. Those of you online can type your joys, sorrows, and concerns into the text chat, and they will also be read out loud if we can get the communication from Kelly and myself going. John will be leading you in a couple of hymns, and we will have a group singing of Dona Nobis Pacem. I would encourage you to hum along with the hymns rather than singing. And the virtual coffee hour will be online only. Sometimes we have a small group gathering to participate in the virtual coffee hour in person, but that will not take place today. So we encourage you to participate in the virtual coffee hour online. Just get on your phone at the end of this, and those of you who are online already, it's easier for you. Ryan has been doing our piano playing. This young couple walked in a few weeks ago and said, "Oh, we're checking out the church," and then he made the mistake of saying he played piano, at which point I brought them back in, and he has been playing piano for us this entire month. This is his last day doing that, so please join me in thanking Ryan. Our traditional accompanist, Aaron, will be joining us after the first of the year. I am thrilled, along with Ryan and John and James, to be leading the worship service with Rebecca Wilson, the worship associate for today. Joanne Kellner is going to be singing, Joanne from the choir, and Kelly Olson is live streaming. Our greeters today are Karen White, Dave Cole, and Susan Bernor. I'm so glad you're here. Let's take another moment to center ourselves for the worship service.
Our flaming chalice is the symbol of Unitarian Universalism. It's a symbol of hope, the sacred, the quest for truth, the warmth of community, the light of reason, and so much more. As Reverend Ben lights our chalice, it's time for our covenant, which can be found in your order of service. Please follow along with the move hand movements. Love is the spirit of this church, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. I invite you to join me in a simple and profound loving-kindness meditation. You may be familiar with mindfulness meditation. Loving-kindness meditation nurtures self-compassion as an open heart radiates kindness to others and the world. Sit comfortably with your back straight if you can. Relax into the meditation posture. Take note of being present in your body and your environment. We're gathered in a sanctuary, and we're spaced apart with masks on. The windows are open. Breathe. Take your time. Notice how your body accommodates each breath. Settle in. Turn your focus to the heart. Feel or imagine your beating heart with gratitude and warmth. Call to mind a person or a pet, of past or present, whose steady love and unconditional acceptance of you touches your heart in a special way. Allow yourself to experience their loving kindness as if they were right near you, happy for your presence and grateful for you just as you are. Notice how this image eases your body and your mind. Relax into this warm feeling of connection. Keep it simple. Allow thoughts to arise and evaporate and come back to the heart. Take your time. Now, put this loving kindness and warmth that you're receiving into words. If it's helpful, you can imagine that these kind thoughts are what the person or animal you've called to mind wants for you, and picture that they're wishing them for you. Here are some words you might use. May I be held in loving kindness. May I be happy and safe. May I be healthy in body and in mind. May I always have enough. May my heart know peace. Repeat the wishes out loud or in your mind. You can repeat them over and over again. Savor them. Take your time. Feel their ability to warm and open the heart. Next, bring to mind someone who means a lot to you, someone in whose presence you can relax and be fully appreciated for who you are. Maybe this is someone in the congregation or in your covenant group, or a neighbor or a colleague. Feel the goodness of this heart connection. Feel your mutual gratitude. As you offer your well wishes, imagine that the person is touched by them and experiences happiness and peace. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be happy and safe. May you be healthy in body and in mind. May you always have enough. May your heart know peace. Repeat the wishes out loud or in your mind. Appreciate the sincerity of the words. Feel their ability to warm and open the heart. Next, bring to mind someone you've met casually, someone you recognize but don't really know. a school crossing guard, the person who manages the produce department at the grocery store, the librarian, a neighbor you nod to, maybe someone new you've met at coffee hour. As you think of them, wish them well. Repeat the same words and imagine that they receive the full benefit of them. Gone their aches and pains, material worries, concerns about the future. Imagine that as your wishes touch them, their hearts and minds are at ease. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be happy and safe. May you be healthy in body and in mind. May you always have enough. May your heart know peace. Repeat the wishes. Appreciate the sincerity of the words. Feel their ability to warm and open the heart. Now, imagine someone you don't care for. It could be someone you know personally or someone you know of and who triggers your antipathy, a neighbor, a relative, that guy who cut you off in traffic, a politician, someone at church. You might think of this person as unworthy of your kind consideration. As you evoke them in your mind's eye, try to let go of your antipathy. It may help to imagine them as they were when they were a young, vulnerable child, before things became so difficult. Can you include them in your well wishes? May you be held in loving kindness. May you be happy and safe. May you be healthy in body and in mind. May you always have enough. May your heart know peace. Repeat the wishes. Appreciate the words. Feel their ability to warm and open your heart. Finally, include as many people and animals as you can in your wishes, happy or sad, loved or neglected, in good health or in poor health, in all stages of life, without making a particular effort to envision them separately. Simply maintain awareness of the presence of all these beings who share your planet, and send them your wishes with a sincere and tender heart. May you be held in loving kindness. May you be happy and safe. May you be healthy in body and in mind. May you always have enough. May your heart know peace. Repeat the wishes. Appreciate the words. Feel their ability to warm and open the heart. Imagine that your practice brings about deep healing for yourself and others. Take your time. Now return to awareness of being present in your space, connected to all of these beings through your wishes, maintaining this sense of presence to your best ability. Simply sit. Wrap up your loving kindness meditation with a sense of gratitude that might be expressed through a gesture. Hands in the prayer position, a bow, maybe a hand over the heart. Ryan Smith is going to play softly, voice still and small on the piano, and I'm going to say a few words about humming.
Thank you, Rebecca.
I'm going to... No? Okay.
Before you say words about humming, there's others who have entered the side door, and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. We are masking ourselves today, so greeters will bring you a mask if you don't have one. Thank you.
Well, this is really cool. I just found out. We've been humming along with the hymns indoors with our masks on for the past few weeks as we gather inside. And we started this humming for safety, but I've recently learned that humming could be good for us, even healing. Resma Menaken explained in his 2017 book, My Grandmother's Hands, humming can be soothing and grounding, helping us to settle the body, stay present, and remain connected with other people, even in the midst of pain or confusion. Menachem is a therapist and social worker in Minneapolis. He suggests humming alone or humming along with other people. If you feel ready, please join in humming as John Arterton sings the words to Voice Still and Small. It's hymn 391 in the Gray Hymnal.
Voice still and small, deep inside all, I hear you call, singing. In storm and rain, sorrow and pain, still will remain singing, calming my fears, quenching my tears, through all the years, singing.
Thank you, Jen. And this is the time in our worship service for joys, sorrows, and concerns. If you're watching this on YouTube Live, please type your joys, sorrows, and concerns into the text chat. For those here at the sanctuary, if you have written yours on the comment card, I don't see any up there. Joanne has one. Do you mind getting it? Rebecca? Thank you, Joanne. There's one back there as well. Kelly, any coming out on the YouTube Live?
Not yet.
By popular demand, we are not going to mute the audio and video. We started doing this last week, so your joys and concerns will be on YouTube Live. If any of you prefer your joy, sorrow, or concern remain off YouTube, please do not share it up front, but let us know at the end of worship service.
This is from Joanne. My coworker Stacy asked me to lift up her friend Tracy, who is facing her first Christmas without her son, who passed away this year at the age of 21.
A stone of sorrow from Geneva Nelson, who says, I've been averaging giving 5 ghost tours a year for 10 years. The owner now has terminal cancer and has refused all treatment. The company is shut down. Geneva says, I will only occasionally be giving ghost tours now as fundraisers for the church and other organizations. I will really miss giving ghost tours every week. Kelly? You just yell out loud and I'll repeat it.
Janae says, my joy is that I'm enjoying my break. My sorrow is that it feels unnatural and that I should be there.
From Janae, a joy that she's enjoying her break, and a sorrow that it feels like she should be here.
And then Peggy Joyful to spend 3 weeks in Denver with my daughter and daughter-in-law.
I'll do Peggy. Peggy, joyful to spend a week in Denver.
3 weeks.
3 weeks in Denver with my daughter and daughter-in-law.
And Chris, I am grateful to have seen some family this last week. Just saw them off.
Chris, I'm grateful to have seen family this week. Just saw them off.
John Motter, Mom, Bill, and I were able to drive up to Ocala and visit my stepsisters yesterday.
John Motter, I'm sorry.
Please.
John Motter, John, Bill, and went to visit his stepsister in Ocala.
Another one, Kelly DeGraw, concern is I have 2 friends that became unexpectedly ill yesterday. One hospitalized, one not. Miss being at our sanctuary.
And 2 stones for Kelly McGraw for her 2 friends who became unexpectedly ill. There's more to that one?
Yeah. One's
Sorry.
a hospital and one's not.
One is hospitalized and one is not.
And she misses being in the sanctuary.
And Kelly McGraw misses being in the sanctuary. We miss you too, Kelly. You have another? Oh,
I'm Ann Price-Dad, and I want to tell you that yesterday the miracle of technology allowed us to Zoom with our Brazilian family and our Seattle and Austin kids. Wonderful, yeah.
Star Baby Online. My concerns, I have friends on the East Coast. The new strain of COVID is running like crazy, even to people who are vaccinated. It's the reason why I haven't been back at live services. Oh, Debbie.
Oh, Debbie. Okay, Debbie said, I don't remember what that
I don't remember.
that
You want my phone?
the illness is running rampant, and that's why some people are staying home.
Yep.
And we'll place the final stone for all those joys and sorrows and concerns that remain in our hearts, perhaps too tender to be spoken out loud. And let us take a moment of silence together. The mystery is that we are connected, even when we feel apart. Let us rejoice in our beloved community that makes of the many one. So may it be.
Spirit of light, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea, move in the hand, in life the shape of justice, roots holy grows, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
Hello everyone, Dorothy Frog here, very excited to do the Time for All Ages, yay! Everyone's excited to do the Time for All Ages too, yeah! What is the topic? The topic is opening to stillness. Oh. You don't sound very enthusiastic, Elmo. Well, grown-ups are always telling Elmo to be still, Elmo. Why can't you be still, Elmo? So you see stillness as a form of punishment? Elmo would much rather play or sing or make friends. Well, Elmo, do you ever get tired after all the playing and the singing and the making friends? Well, of course. Elmo was tired yesterday after being in the And what'd you do then?
Oh, Elmo sat down and took a nap.
So you were still?
Yeah.
So yesterday's stillness wasn't a punishment so much as a reward.
I see what you're doing here.
Being forced to be still when you don't want to be can indeed be or seem like a punishment, but stillness can also be a gift. Do you ever play hide and seek?
Yes, Elmo loves hide and seek.
Are you still when you're hiding?
Yes, Elmo is very still like this and invisible. Elmo blends into Elmo's surroundings.
What do you notice when you're hiding?
Elmo hears everything. Elmo listens if someone is going to try to find Elmo.
What else?
Elmo breathes very quietly.
Well, you're paying attention to your breath?
Yes.
You know, that's unusual. And when adults do that, and kids too, and they're not playing hide and seek, but they pay attention to their breath, it's called meditation.
Oh, yes, Elmo loves meditation.
Really?
Yes, it's very helpful to Elmo.
Okay, I'm surprised, but good for you, Elmo.
Yes, Elmo had some meditation a few weeks ago when Elmo was sick, and it made Elmo feel much better.
No, I think that's medication, Elmo. Meditation is what you do when you stay still for a while and focus on your breathing. Sometimes you listen to someone's voice or to music. Some people do it by themselves. Some people do it in a group.
Being still and focusing on breathing. Elmo would like to try that now.
Oh, okay.
That's great, that was fun.
Well, usually you do it for longer.
How much longer?
Well, here at the church, they used to do it for a half hour.
Half hour!
Okay, I guess Elmo won't be joining the meditation group right away. Thank you all for listening. Thank you, John, James, Joanne, Rebecca. Opening to joy in stillness does not come naturally to me. I confessed this to Rebecca when we were preparing for today's worship service. I do fidget quite a bit. I get distracted while meditating. I walk fast to get where I'm going. I often use my fidget spinner during Zoom meetings. Like Elmo, and I'm guessing most children, I was often told to be still when I was young, so maybe this is partly result of that. I do try to be still. I was just in divinity school. A lot of my colleagues were very good at it, and it clearly benefited them. I do respect the voices still and small that John sang about earlier. And I've always admired people who walk slowly. You know how they look like they're so at peace with the world, just ambling along, walking slowly. Who take time to smell the roses, who just seem so at peace with who they are and where they are. Content to amble or mosey on their way. Just before I moved to Florida, I tore the meniscus in my right knee, and I had to have it operated on. My physical therapist said I had to walk, but I would have to walk slowly. So suddenly, I had the pace I had admired in others for so long. I walked slowly around the neighborhood, and there indeed was more time to admire the fall leaves, the beautiful birds singing, say hi to my neighbors. If you looked at me, you might think I was one of those people who were centered, who were at peace, ambling along. It brought about a combination of pleasure, joy, and resentment. I felt both grateful for the experience and somewhat eager to be done with it, to be able to walk at my fast pace once again. And I wondered if once I was able to walk fast, would I hold on to that ability to walk slow, to be still? As it turns out, mostly not. I went back to my fast walking ways, but I do find now that I'm able to tune into the still small voice and remember what it was like to be that person for those weeks, to be that person who walked slow, who ambled. I am able to slow down a little bit more and notice the sunset, notice that beautiful mirror lake right there, notice ibises, or notice a dog, in which case I stop and I pet the dog no matter who I'm with, so sorry in advance, any of you who have done that too. Recently I've been walking around this beautiful lake that we have right across the street. It helps me think, helps me ground myself, helps me be closer to nature, gives me the opportunity to greet and say hello to some of our homeless neighbors. I get to see turtles. Did you know there were turtles? I get to see the birds. They're literally flying across now. I can see them out through the door. Sometimes Kelly comes with me, or Janae, and we'll get to talk about things that we might not otherwise. Unitarian Universalism does not have a creed. That's one of the things that draws many folks to our denomination. We're not forced to do anything. When Rebecca invited us to participate in that beautiful guided meditation, she was inviting us to participate. It's a gift that we're free to be open to, free to accept. The gift of slowing down, the gift of paying attention, the gift of stillness. My predecessor, Reverend Jack Donovan, did in fact lead a meditation group when he was here, the one that Elmo and Kermit were speaking about. As you can tell, that's not my skill set, so I won't be. But I'm excited that it's going to happen anyway. Mimi Anzel has agreed to lead these. Is Mimi here? She's agreed to lead these on Tuesdays, starting at 11:30 in a few Tuesdays, COVID permitting. We're fortunate that she's available to do that. There will be time for discussion and then a half hour of sitting from 11:45 to 12:15. It'll begin, again, COVID permitting, on January 11th. Maybe eventually I'll join. Maybe eventually Elmo will join. So my injury inadvertently helped me open myself to the joy of stillness. The lake does the same, the birds, the dogs. What helps you? What helps you open to the joy of stillness? Those of you online, please start typing in the text chat. What helps you open to stillness? But I want to ask you, for Elmo, it's the hide and seek. For Resma Menachem, it's humming, helping us settle into the body and the state of presence. For some, it's that meditation class. What helps you?
A mantra.
A mantra. What else?
Sunsets.
What's that?
Sunsets.
A sunset?
My dog.
My dog. Yeah.
A video for cats that I like better than the cat does.
Cat video that Susan likes better than the cats do. Yeah.
Walking in the woods.
Walking in the woods.
Carol,
What?
yeah. Carol said walking in the woods.
Carols. Walking in the woods.
Peggy says sunrise.
The sunrise. Can I hear one from the balcony? I'm imagining it.
Being in the water.
Being in the water. In his book, The Sabbath, Rabbi Abraham Heschel urges us to stop pursuing things from Saturday sundown to Sunday sundown. Heschel says, the higher goal of spiritual living is not to amass a wealth of information, but to face sacred moments. According to Heschel, the Jewish Sabbaths are our great cathedrals, a shrine that neither the Romans nor the Germans were able to burn. In divinity school, when I read this book, I imagined a giant cathedral in the sky that would kind of float down on Saturday, coming to rest as the sun set, and Jews were able to enter this cathedral, and then it goes up again, safe from harm, still sacred Sundays. I wondered if Gentiles like me could have some kind of Sabbath moment. If we had a cathedral waiting for us, maybe on Tuesdays at 11:30, it would come down to us. Maybe every time the sun sets, maybe every time we see our dog, maybe when we have our mantra, we say our mantra. Maybe Rebecca's words can bring down a cathedral. Today's worship service caps off a month of opening to joy. We've opened to the joy of light with our Hanukkah service and opened to the joy of bonding with our blessing of the animals. Reverend Aaliyah in the back there guided us to open to joy in nature in the winter solstice service, and we end by opening to the joy of stillness, the gift of slowing down, of turning inward, of contemplation, of listening to that still small voice inside of us, of the Sabbath cathedral, soaring down to welcome us. And if this isn't a gift that we can accept right now, it's always our fidget spinner. Amen. Blessed be.
To keep our congregation thriving, let us remember our connection to one another, and let us not forget our contributions to support the needs to those connections. If you're a newcomer here, when our wonderful ushers bring the collection plates to you, please let them pass you by. This service is our gift to you, and your presence here is your gift to us. If you're watching today on a mobile device or on your computer, the link to give is in the description box below your screen. You can also donate through the Vanco Faith Engagement mobile app or on our website under the Giving tab at uustpete.org, or by sending a check to the church office. Many thanks.
This morning, my mother told me, what many of you already know, that Archbishop Desmond Tutu has passed at age 90. As we walk outside for our final hymn and Ryan plays more beautiful Eric Satie music, I invite you to follow myself and the chalice, and let's try to do it in complete silence. See what that feels like. I invite you to do that as we contemplate this wonderful, kind, generous man and his theology of Ubuntu, which some of you know means, I am because you are.
as love shows us how. Wake now, my reason, reach out to the you. Join me in each pilgrim who quests for the truth. Honor, love, beauty, and wisdom of God. Suffer thy limit and fragrance of wine. Break now my vision of ministry clear. Brighten my pathway with radiant spheres. Mingle my calling with all who will share. Work for the planet, transform my care.
May you be held in loving kindness. May you be happy and safe. May you be held in body and mind. May you always have enough. May your heart be at peace. Our Chalice Extinguishing is by Elizabeth Stella Jones. Feel free to follow along with the hand gestures as Rebecca extinguishes our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of religion. These we bear in our hearts as we are together. Don't please.